guys, Dr. Dave here, Rugged Dad Headquarters. Another little snippet on what it means to have a Jack Ryan style presidency. Now, I'm going to warn you, this one's going to make most of you mad. Can't help it, just telling you a little bit about Jack Ryan. Let's listen to this quote here, and I'll just go ahead and make some of you mad from the get-go. We Ryan men, this is Jack Ryan speaking, we Ryan men have an eye for highly intelligent, extremely beautiful women. Here's the thing. We all know beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And we also know that sometimes beauty just grows on us. We may not like it at first and it grows on us. But here's the thing. A president needs to have an eye for beauty. And they also need to not be afraid of strong women. His wife, Mrs. Ryan, Dr. Ryan, was an esteemed eye doctor. That didn't bother him a bit. In this latest book I'm reading, the newest one called Red Winter, it actually goes into a little bit of how much more money she makes than him. And that still doesn't bother him. He talks about him having a normal car, which he's fine with, and she's got a nice Porsche because that's what she wants and that's what she likes. He even calls it her car. The family car is also his car, but the Porsche is Kathy Ryan's. And so here's the thing. To have a Jack Ryan style presidency should also have an accomplished wife. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she has to have a job. She has to have a career. She has to be in the house. She has to homeschool, whatever. I'm saying whatever God has called her to do, she needs to be really good at it. I can recall a few first ladies in the past that did things, big things, outside of the presidency. Outside, they used it to establish their own platform. Here's the really neat thing about the Ryans, though, in the books. She didn't have a first lady platform. She kept working. She was an eye surgeon, and she wanted to help people, and she kept working. And so it's kind of neat to think about that in terms of the fact that a first lady doesn't just have to be a follower. She doesn't just have to be somebody that looks pretty in the White House. She can do whatever she wants, but whatever she's doing, she needs to do it good. But I also do appreciate that Jack Ryan's wife was beautiful. She was beautiful, and she was highly intelligent. And I know some of y'all are going to get mad simply because I'm talking about her looks, but it wasn't just that. It's that she was everything his wife needed to be. She was accomplished. She was doing her passion. She was doing her calling. Everything that God wanted her to do. And so to have a Jack Ryan style presidency, a person needs to think a lot about their spouse. And so we could flip the scales a little bit because Nikki Haley is entering the race, I believe, for the 2024 election. And so we're going to be looking at her husband as the first, what do they call it, the first man. You know, I guess I'm going to have to learn the terminology when I become president in 2028. But we're going to have to look at the other spouse if she gets in there. What has he done? I don't know much about him. He has been in the press a little bit when he was our governor's husband here in South Carolina. And I know he was in the military, but I don't know much else about him. So I guess we'll find out. If she does get into the primaries for the Republican Party, we'll find out. It'll be interesting to see. But to have a Jack Ryan style presidency, you really need to think seriously about what your wife does or your husband.